it's such an interesting time to be alive right now, because I think we've hit the point where it's safe to just call statism pedophilia. I think we've hit that point where like it was probably safe before, but I think the statists are so demoralized at this point, and they should be demoralized. You should feel really shitty if you're supporting this criminal apparatus called government. You should feel really shitty about it because it's a really shitty thing to do. These guys are not your friends. They don't care about you. They just want to steal your shit. And not only that, they're giving each other blowjobs. Donald Trump is out there giving Bill Clinton blowjobs, chuckling at how, like, imagine how just having that tidbit of information. And what I'm referring to is some emails that were released from Jeffrey Epstein talking to his brother. Who knows if it's literal or not, but I think at this point we'll just accept it as canon. Donald Trump was giving Bill Clinton blowjobs. But imagine, like, go back to the 2016 election cycle where they're debating each other and just rethink Hillary's anger at him. She's up there on stage. She's just so pissed. She's remembering that time that Bill Clinton came home and told her that Trump gave her a better blowjob. And she has that than Hillary. And not only that, Hillary's thinking of Monica too. And Hillary has to go on stage and debate this guy who her husband told her gave him better blowjobs than her. And just rethink the anger that she has. But this is like, these are the heroes of statism, the best and the brightest that people are worshiping. And, you know, when these people are going out there and they're talking about the importance of regulatory clarity and bending over backwards for the state to come in, fondle your ball sack in order to pump the Bitcoin price. These are the types of individuals we're dealing with. People that Jeffrey Epstein said were bad people. Pretty wild. You know, I think it's really hard to justify at this point. But I was kind of chuckling, you know, because with this revelation, I think this is the president that America deserves. Because many Americans have been some of the most ignorant people on the earth. And they continue to be. You know, Americans like to turn their nose up at these other countries and tell people to you know, stand up to tyranny. And then they chuckle about how free they are. It's like the luxury that Americans have is because the United States federal government is going and pillaging the rest of the world. You know, both physically through military conquest, but also through the money printer. And so the reason why you're enjoying these luxuries is because these guys in Washington that are giving each other blowjobs are sending off a bunch of brainwashed kids, mostly. Because most people that join the military, they're just kids. They're sending brainwashed kids with expensive weapons to go pillage the rest of the world. And not only that, you know, these people in Washington are just, you know, being awful to their people and stealing from them. It really is like it's Stockholm syndrome. And you're seeing this, like the wheels are falling off the bus. The money's broken for that. But I want people to understand these individuals in Washington that hang out at ping pong eating cheese pizza are not your friends. You know, a lot of people are struggling with that concept, but it's just, you know, we have to remind them over and over again that the people that they're asking us to play ball with are on the Epstein list. They're not legitimate. I mean, it's like one thing to like try and minimize the damage these guys are causing to you in your life, but like it's another thing to legitimize their authority. Absolutely. They don't have authority. The authority that they have is that they have guns. It's not a legitimate authority in the sense of like there's this magical consent from the population. Any consent that it is either ignorance or just not wanting to put up a fight and realizing it, which isn't really consent. That's duress.
All across the country, the people are awakening. Politicians are quivering and shaking. They fear a population that is not docile. They are afraid, so they will